Welcome to Langdonhurst Farm in Copake, Columbia County, New York. Here they grow corn, soybeans, and several small grains for both feed and food. This video is a brief tour to show some of the components of a modern grain farm. The principles and steps in handling and storing grain are essentially the same if you use modern technology or not. There are a variety of bins to store grain for different markets here, and they also custom store grain for a local distillery. The grain center is arranged primarily for safety so that trucks can pull around and never have to back up. Grain from the field can be transferred to specific bins either by an auger, or it can be dumped into the sump, which takes it to the grain tower, and then it is transferred to a specific bin. Grain that needs drying first goes into a wet bin, and from there it is transferred to the continuous grain dryer. After it is dry, it is augered to a cooling bin, where it continues to lose a little bit of moisture. Once cool, the grain is transferred to a storage bin for long-term storage. In the storage bin, the fans have to be run to aerate the grain to cool it down further as winter comes, and also to keep moisture from condensing. Bins are unloaded by an auger in the floor to a transfer auger, which takes it to the grain tower, and from the grain tower it takes it to the surge bin. Then when a truck comes and is loaded, the surge bin can empty itself very quickly. Some of the small grains are dried in bins. These bins have a propane heater in line with the aeration fan. There are also stirrers in these two bins to dry the grain more evenly. Without stirrers, the bottom layer of grain would dry to a lower moisture content than the top layer. You can only bin dry a grain a couple feet deep at a time. 4 feet deep without stirrers and about 9 feet with stirrers. Dried small grains are then stored in the hopper bins, and each week the local distillery comes to clean a batch and take it for malting. This is where cleaning is set up for small grains. Grain from the pallet bins is augered up and diverted to the cleaner. First, the grain falls through the top screen with large holes. Large chaff is sifted off, and the grain lands on a screen with small holes where the small chaff falls through. Then a stream of air blows off the other chaff. I hope you have enjoyed the tour.